Where? Stop the presses. Hold up. Wait a minute. Doo-doo. I truly don't know where to begin. But before I do all that, make sure you like, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification button so you won't miss an episode. Child, we got to get into love after lockup, life after lockup, Monique after lockup, Sylvia after lockup, Derek after lockup. What in the a fight? Oh, tell me it ain't. Child. Now y'all know I am newly obsessed with Love After Lockup spinoff called Life After Lockup. And yes, they have multiple couples on the show, and this is no shade. I am 100%. Child, why do I fast forward the other couples just to watch Monique and Derek? Not all the time. I like the other couples too. It depends on my mood. But no shade. This episode, I was like, child, let me get to Monique and Derek, please. We got to get to this episode. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting, literally. What's the tea? Why are y'all fighting? Now y'all know in reality with the king, we don't condone violence. But child, we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so look, on last night's episode of Life After Lockup, child, Monique and her sister. So Monique has two sisters. I forgot the one of the sisters' name, but one of them name is Sylvia. Okay, Sylvia, I call her Smokey the Bear because Sylvia wants all the smoke, baby. Yes, Miss Sylvia. Sylvia wants all the smoke. But the gag is the girl said she got smoked. But that, hey, allegedly. Allegedly. So let's talk about Smokey the Bear. That's Sylvia. I think she's the youngest sister. So, anyways, child, they're in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, look, I love Cleveland. Sheree Whitfield is from Cleveland. My one-eye African. Yes, he used to live in Cleveland. Child, I visited him in Cleveland when we first started dating. And I was like, I'm from Detroit and all, but I didn't know Cleveland was like this, baby. Cleveland is interesting. Yes. And that's coming from a guy from Detroit. Okay. So they're in Cleveland. And in one car, because remember, I believe that they all rent from Hertz. Okay. They all go to Hertz rent a car to make sure that they have mileage to do what they got to do. So you had in one car, Monique, one sister, and Smokey the Bear. And then in another car, you had Derek and his two sisters, who y'all know I call Glorilla and Marlo. The real names, I know this now, because I had Derek and Monique on my show. So Marlo's name is Elizabeth. And Glorilla name is Aubriana. Okay, so they're in two separate cars discussing this meetup. So Monique and her sisters feel like Derek's sisters are disrespectful. They don't respect their sister Monique. They don't respect the relationship. And they want to post up. Like, what's good, Miley? Like, we got nothing but blocks separating us, okay? The highway is separating us, honey. The cone on the street is separating us, honey. They want the smoke. So Smokey the Bear is in the backseat, and she's like, yeah, I'm tired of all this, and they need to know that we don't play these games no more. Cool. I have 9 siblings. So, and again, I'm from Detroit. So I'm used to siblings having each other's back, whether you're right, wrong, or indifferent. Your sister or your brother is always right. And if somebody comes with the smoke, we got the fire extinguisher. Okay? That's how I was raised. So I get it. Listen, we don't condone violence, but I get it. Okay. So in the other Hertz rental, this episode is not sponsored by Hertz, by the way. Okay. So in the other Hertz rental, you had Derek, Glorilla, and Marlo. So Marlo is in the back seat giving you did president's tease. Miss Thing has on the mask that comes here that also gives you a do-rag tease. Like she's about to rob a bank, giving you good old Vivica Fox from Set It Off. Like, Elizabeth, what are we doing? Why are you looking like you about to rob Wells Fargo, Chase, Navy Federal Credit Union, First Republic, CBS at this point, sis? So Marlo is in the back seat with her mask connected to a do-rag, and she has on a pink fora in my Jocelyn Hernandez voice. Because remember on Love and Hip Hop, when Jocelyn season 1, episode 1, when Stevie spilled the drink on her fora, and she said, "How you gonna spill your drink on my fora?" And we're like, Jocelyn is fur, but I digress. Elizabeth / Marlo is in the back seat with a pink. This is why I'm confused. Marlo, is it hot or cold in Cleveland? You have on a onesie, okay? A onesie that barely touched the thigh meat. If anything, it touched your private area. And then you had in the words of Nene Leakes, spaghetti straps. Hey, Claudia Jordan. You had on spaghetti straps, a sweetheart Victoria's Secret bra that was connected in your onesie. And then, like I said, it went all the way up to your private area. And then you have on a do-rag connected to a mask. And then you have on a pink fura from Party City, allegedly. And I like Marlo. I think Marlo's gorgeous. That's a pretty girl. I love Marlo. I didn't get the pink. I didn't get it. Were you in Cameron's music video? Were you giving an ode to Little Kim, no matter what they say, tease? Like, I needed to understand the fashion sense. Okay? How dreadful. So Marlo's in the backseat, and she and her sister in the front, Glorilla, aka Aubriana. Aubriana has the best baby hair I have ever seen on television. Her baby hair is everything. So they're talking to Derek about the fact that they feel like Monique doesn't respect them, nor does her sisters. And Derek is trying to diffuse the situation. He gets pissed, put the car in park, hopped out of the Hertz rental in his jogging suit, and then he's like, I'm gonna leave. And then the sisters are like, no, come back in the car, it ain't that deep, blah, 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 blah. So Derek's over it. Over it. So he and Monique said, let's have our sisters meet up, which was a recipe for disaster. Okay, so in one Hertz rental is Monique and her sisters. In the other Hertz rental is Derek and his sisters. So they all meet up, okay, at like a park, okay? So Sylvia, aka Smokey the Bear, who has all the smoke, she was talking cash money-ish. Like, I feel like when it comes to y'all always disrespecting my sister. Y'all don't feel the need to respect the relationship. And what was so interesting about this whole dialogue, the two people in the relationship didn't say anything. Like, they really didn't say anything. Monique and Derek really stood there and allowed their sisters to go at it. And to Derek's point, he tried to diffuse it a little bit, but why are we arguing about these grown folks having a relationship? And I think that's a confusing thing for me. What is the big deal with Derek and Monique being in a relationship? I have 9 siblings. There's been women and men that my siblings dated that we didn't mess with, but I'm not fighting in the parking lot across the street from Walgreens because I don't like who my sister or brother may be dating. You see what I'm saying? To me, there's something deeper going on because they're so invested in the relationship. I would like them to be more invested in their wardrobe. Because I'm still stuck on the pink fur, honey. Anyways, so Marlo, this is the thing about Marlo. I'm going to say it. Marlo, to me, and Marlo's Elizabeth, Marlo comes across like she just wants the smoke. And then sometimes I look at Marlo like, okay, is this really how you feel? Or is this what we call the red light special? So let me tell you what the red light special is. When you're filming a show, you have a camera. On that camera, when you hit record, a red light comes on to let you know that you're recording what you're shooting, what you're filming. The red light special that we call it, meaning me and my girl Jennifer Williams, the red light special is when people are on camera doing the most because the camera's on them and they feel the need to perform. Okay, like they're at Usher's concert in Las Vegas. They feel like they need to give you a performance. And sometimes they have this, I'm not gonna say confidence, because that's not the right word to use. They have this, and I'm not gonna say thirsty either, because it's not that. It's courage. They have the courage to just do more than what they would normally do if the cameras weren't rolling. And sometimes when I look at Marlo, I'm like, is this for the cameras or is this how you really feel? That I don't know. Because what I love about Marlo is I think she's funny. And I want Marlo to stick with being funny because she can read and she's beautiful. And I like that side of her. I like that Glorilla, her sister, Aubriana, is also beautiful and funny. And I want them to stick with being funny. So I felt like Marlo really wanted to perform. And I think because of that, right, is why Smokey, come on, Smokey the Bear, which is why Smokey the Bear, Sylvia, was like, F these cameras, this is real life. And Sylvia really wanted the smoke. But what's interesting to me is I've been in situations with my siblings where they were doing the most. And because I am calm, because you always need a calm sibling, I'm the one who will always say, it ain't that deep. Like, we need to like go. And I would calm my sisters or brothers down, like, it ain't that deep. Like, let's go. We're all over the age of 21 here. we're not fighting. This is crazy, right? So I wanted Monique to do that. I wanted Monique to be like, let's not do this. So I was surprised that Monique didn't do that, because a part of me also felt like, child, Monique said no, whoop their ass, because I'm tired of them with the fat jokes. I think Monique was tired of the fat jokes. And I think Monique wanted her sisters to fight. I don't think Monique's a fighter. That was proven. No shade. Monique ain't about that life. And that's okay. I don't fight. Like, so it's not a diss. There's certain people who don't fight. Out of my 9 siblings, me and a couple of them, we're not fighters. We just don't fight. Honey, I read. Not read, I read. That's why my 6th grade teacher called me sassy, because I know how to read the girls and the guys and they. Yes. Anyways, okay. So to Marlo's point, I will give Marlo this. Marlo did try to get in the back in the car. So I'll give her that. I'll give her that. She got back in the car, and to me, I felt like she said, okay, I did what I had to do. I gave y'all a good scene. No shade. Like, that's the thing. I think it's 90% how Marlo feels. And I think the other 10% is the real life special. Okay. Which is, again, the courage you get when you're on camera. So I think Marlo said, all right, I gave y'all something. I'm good. Let me get back in the car, because this could go left. And I don't want to mess up my pink furra, my onesie, my mask / do-rag, and her nails were done. So I think she was like, I'm good. Ciao. Smokey the Bear Sylvia, who wants all the smoke, was talking cash money-ish, and told Marlo, while Marlo was in the back seat of the Hertz rental, swing on me then. If you're going to do something, swing on me then. And then Marlo goes, okay. Child, Marlo gets out of the back seat and started charging on Smokey the Bear. Like, charging. And then Glorilla was fighting the other sister. Monique just stood there. Moneybag Monique said, let the girls fight. I have enough money to bail them out of jail, child. I know that's not Monique. Monique said, look, I have money. I am Moneybag Monique, and I have enough money to bail them out of court and jail or whatever, and I don't need to get involved. My lace front is fronting, and I am good in this hood, okay, of Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, Cleveland. And then Derek in his tracksuit tried to break it up. Child. And then Marlo is, this ain't funny. Child, Marlo fell on the curb. And then, because Marlo had on a onesie, her Fashion Nova onesie lifted all the way up to her belly button, exposing her derriere. They had to blur that out. And then Smokey the Bear breast came out. Child, Glorilla's lace front with the baby hairs. Honey, the baby hairs was a grown-up at this point, because they were all over the place. Honey, that baby hair sprouted into a full adult. Honey, that baby hair was no longer a baby. It was a grown man, child, because that hair was all over the place, giving you Loch Ness Monster tease, honey. Glorilla hair was all over the place. They're fighting. Monique is standing there. Derek, who's 5'1", I'm sorry, he said he's 5'6". Derek, who's 5'6", tries to break it up. Marlo's on the curb, laid out. Child, Marlo's on the curb, laid out, baby. In the Fashion Nova, her pink fur was on the ground. Child, her mask slash do-rag was off. And she just stood there as if she got TKO'd by Evander Holyfield, baby. Marlo said, my job here is done. And then you saw Smokey the Bear, I think, fighting Glorilla. It was an entire mess. It was a mess. It's a mess. Why are we fighting? We're grown. We're in Cleveland. Child, the Cleveland folks gonna get me. I love Cleveland. We're all the Midwest, and I like the Cavaliers. Not from Detroit. So again, we're family. We're neighbors. Anywho, I was just in disbelief. And then, okay, so then Marlo finally, child, Marlo was unconscious, child. I don't know if Marlo saw stars, like, you know, those cartoons where they used to knock out the cartoon character and they saw stars. Circling over there. Child, Marlo was on the curb seeing stars, honey. Honey, it was a starry night. Honey, wish upon a star, baby. Okay. Marlo got up, went back in her Hertz rental. And then Moneybag Monique, listen, Monique, you know I love you. I can't stand a person when a fight breaks up, all of a sudden has a lot of mouth. And that's right. And we'll do it again. I bet you next time, you know, you won't. Monique, I love you dearly. But come on, Monique. You didn't do Nathan. And the girls are saying your sisters didn't either. But I'm not here to judge a fight on who won or who lost. Because that's even messy for me. But Monique, stop. Listen, I can't stand a person after the fight is over has all that mouth. And that's right. And I bet you won't talk about us again. That's what you get. And I'm thinking to myself, Monique, if we had to choose the winner, I don't know if Smokey the Bear would get the heavyweight belt. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments because y'all messy. So Reigndrops, let me know in the comments who y'all think won. Because I can't listen. I have to remain professional. Okay. Anywho, all jokes aside, look, y'all know me. I really wish they were able to handle that without it going there. Because like I said earlier, I love that Marlo is funny. Glorilla is hilarious. I can watch Derek's sisters all day freaking long. They're a comedy show. So it shouldn't have resulted in that. And I just don't understand why y'all are so invested in who Derek is sleeping with. And then I think one of the sisters says something like, Elizabeth Marlo is so invested in this relationship. It's as if Elizabeth likes Derek. And I'm like, let's stop. That's incest. Like, let's not do that. No. But it does beg the question. I mean, Elizabeth, you ain't got a man? Girl, you fine. Like, Liz, sis. I need to know if you got a man at home, like Shantae. Because I don't understand why you're so invested. Is there something I'm missing? I want to know. I want to know. And the same does go for Monique's sisters, but the difference to me, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say, I think the difference with Monique's sisters is the fact that at the end of the day, Monique is a girl. And when it comes to sisters, you don't want to see your sister get played because she's a girl, and you don't want that for your sister. So I at least understand that from a woman's perspective of no female wants to see their sister get played. I get that. When it comes to brothers, I'm not used to sisters being so invested in their brother's relationship because they're a man. And they feel like, child, my brother gonna do what he gonna do, and that's gonna be him. Yes, he may have 10 baby mamas, but let one baby mama come for me, and that's different. But again, unless I'm missing something and I want y'all to tell me if I am, I just don't see Monique doing anything to them for them to want to have all this smoke with her, unless I'm missing something. And if I am, let me know in the comments. But I feel like Monique is all about Derek, and she just wants to be with her man. And that's it. And she's going to stick beside him. I don't know how they can get past this. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you all my business. Let's just say I am familiar with siblings fighting other siblings within the family. And what I will say is a divorce happened. Yeah. Yeah. And child, I was trying to like break it up. Like, what we doing here? This is what we doing? This ain't cute. Child, a divorce happened, I think, within a year after this incident happened, with siblings fighting another family. And it was, it doesn't end well. It doesn't. But it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. And that's all I'm going to say. Until next week. Yes. So look, again, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification button so you won't miss an episode. And let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this whole altercation between Monique and Derek. And let me know who y'all think won the fight. Okay, love y'all. Bye.